Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome MEBW Hall of Famer JT.
I retired. Well, here we are all once again, 1 year later at the MEBW Hall of Fame ceremony. Feels like me and the big man sitting right there have completely swapped positions as last year. It's crazy to think how life can change like that in just such a short period of time. But I'm going to save all the heart-filled junk for my actual speech. Welcome, everybody, MEBW Hall of Fame. This is where legends become immortalized, names forever being etched into stone for generations upon generations to look at and think, that is what I want to be someday. These guys give everything they have every time they perform. And to be nominated into the Hall of Fame is something that these men will tell their grandchildren about someday. Whether it's being inducted yourself or even just your match being inducted, it's something that you guys will remember for the rest of your life. Some of these wrestlers here have been doing this for the majority of their lives. Many of these men will sweat, cry, and bleed for this company and for this sport. All of these men you see competing do put serious thought and effort into their matches and even their promos just for you fans. A handful of them even traveled the country for this right here. They will all feel real physical and mental pain competing, hoping that just maybe they will get the chance to have a championship belt. However, there is only one that will be inducted into the Hall of Fame tonight. So if any of you can even imagine the type of effort it takes to separate you from everyone else and be inducted into the Hall of Fame. To me, words can't describe the honor it is to be put in the Hall of Fame. It's truly something to be proud of. So at this time, Cody Powers, would you please come up here and we'll be inducting or giving the Most Improved Wrestler award out. So thank you guys.
All right, everybody. I gotta whip out my speech.
Lay it out.
That was for you. So, Most Improved was voted on by everyone here, the entire roster. And looking at who won, I really do think they deserve it. You know, there was a point in time where the person that's winning this award, I didn't get along with. I didn't like him. But recently, he's changed a lot. He's mentally different. He goes out there and I'm constantly impressed with what he does. He says some really impressive things. And, you know, he's grown so much, and I'm so glad I've been able to talk to him in person and build a better relationship. He had an excellent showing at the Backyard Rumble, both in the match and against Joe Erebus, where he won the grand title. And he's going to go on to face James Fury tomorrow for the All-American title. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring up the winner of the Most Improved Award, Xavier King.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cody.
What'd you say?
Congratulations.
What'd you say?
Cody.
What? Cody's dead!
Oh my God.
You want to say
You want to
anything?
say anything?
Oh,
He's not even speech.
Come on.
Yeah. Show the camera.
Kind of speechless. I didn't expect to win this. It's kind of an honor being in this company and winning this award. It means a lot to me. And I'm definitely going to hang this up when I get home. And this is really an honor to have. And thank you, everyone that voted for me. And thank you for all y'all supporting me in this company.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to be inducting the matches into the Hall of Fame. This is the first match that we'll be inducting into the Hall of Fame.
Looking, lighting it up.
And the hair goes back in his face.
Oh,
If the hair would have gotten his face!
Oh no! Oh,
He got him right.
Storm doing? Oh my God! Corkscrew moonsault off the apron. 1, 2, no! Oh, feet trigger off the trigger. The match ends. Oh, he countered out. Oh, man, Thunder shot
Oh, Claymore! Oh, Matt Thunder! And the morning! Matt Thunder's done it in 1, 2, 3! They were brothers all this time. He puts his hand out. He kicks his hand away. Oh my God, they did it! After that war, Thunder and Storm hug it out.
And accepting the award for that match is Matt Thunder.
Whoever printed this kind of messed it up. Backyard Mania too.
Oh, I wonder who that was.
Never him. It's an honor to accept this award. I mean, it was the first time I beat Chris Storm, and it was one hell of a match, as all you know. Yeah, Chris Storm can't be here tonight, sadly. He's out doing something. But, something important. He's out there literally doing something.
You better call
Good for him, but, yeah, it's an honor. I wish he could be here tonight, but, yeah. And, we'll go on to the next match.
Comes Chris. Oh. Go for
Poise Rana!
Planted him right on his head.
Flip through.
Oh my. Wait,
Storm.
Look at Storm.
Vanish
Fly.
fly!
Oh my God.
God, he nailed it. Absolutely hit it. He got
Matt
every
Thunder
inch
is
of
in
it.
pain. He's hurting. Oh.
Storm. Look at the fly.
Oh. Halo.
Roll.
Flip through.
Beat.
Trigger. Oh, he kicked him.
1, 2.
I kicked out.
Win. This is it. This is. Oh.
Trigger.
1, 2, 3. It's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, accepting the second match, being inducted into the 2019 MEBW Hall of Fame, Matt Thunder.
Hey, no!
Man, it's like they're just hands.
It's both Austin versus Zach.
Is that one printed right?
Yeah, this one is pretty.
Oh, it's a
Thank you.
fucking miracle.
I might as well just stay up here for the next 3, huh?
No.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
Yeah, there's not much I gotta say. This was another match I lost.
Joey Burker.
You know, I'm gonna. We'll put it in this
Oh,
side.
yeah.
Oh!
$10, he cuts that out.
Oh, he's got that out.
So yeah, thank you, Chris Storm.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next match, being inducted into the 2019 MEBW Hall of Fame.
Storm and Adams, oh my God, double topes. Oh my God, oh. And the Super Collider. And they're going for it. No, oh my God. Oh. Chris Storm from out of nowhere. And oh my, he's on fire, Ray. Oh my God, another V-trigger. Cover. God. Hey, Chris. And presenting the belt to Storm and Adams. What a sign of sportsmanship.
And accepting that match is Tyler Adams.
Yeah. Hey, that was us too. Yeah.
Love accepting awards hungover. So this was the House of Hardcore tag, and one of the reasons this match is an honor to accept for me is because a lot of these matches you'll see are singles matches. It's very rare that a multi-man match gets inducted into the Hall of Fame, and I think it's got all 4 of the athletes in their prime doing their best work, and so I really like that. And it's not too many times a tag match at the beginning of the show gets to outshine the main event, because somebody goes out and runs. somebody goes out
running,
and runs and does cross country where they shit themselves. But I'm sure you can ask Big Hit Brett how to fix that. Anyways, honor to accept this award. Thank you guys.
Oh, man.
Big hit, Brett.
The fourth match, being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Range! Elbow drop by the big man! We don't see it! Claymore! He's got the title. Bear! Oh my! No savior! No savior! Delta driver! Clobbered him! 1, 2, 3, and check
And accepting the award, Jack Delta.
Ow, Jack Delta broken leg.
What? Asshole, you did this to me. I can't wrestle for months because of you. Thank you. Oh man, this match. God, this match. This is ridiculous. This match means a lot to me because this was.
Show it to the camera.
Oh, yeah. Good camera angles, my bad.
No pop.
No, this match just it means a lot to me because it's the first match that I think because I've gone lengths with multiple men in matches and just couldn't secure the W for the life of me until I finally beat you, and it was pretty nice. But
Yeah, Thunder doesn't put people over most of the time.
oh,
Who am I to tell
you don't say. You don't say.
You are one to talk to.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Jack Delta.
Jack Delta.
There we go.
Not gonna get another one of those for a while.
Oh, cripple.
The fifth and final match being inducted into 2019 MEBW Hall of Fame.
Match, Chris Storm and Tommy Gunn. Here we go! And Chris Storm and Tommy Gunn just going at it here tonight at Revolution. And Tope, God, hello. Just thrown from Gunn. Can knock a damn moose out. Oh my God! Storm, oh my God, he clocked him. He clocked Tyler Adams.
Like this.
TGR, cover.
1, 2.
And still.
And accepting that award, Tommy Gunn.
Man, this is really off-center. We're gonna have to call FedEx Kinkos and see what the hell happened. All right, so this is one of my more recent title defenses against Stormy, and I wish you could be here today because it was one of my favorite matches of my career, and it was a really great time, and I'm very proud that this kind of match gets in the Hall of Fame. But that's not a typo, is it? No, there's not. There's another. There's a sixth match that's going in the Hall of Fame. Would you hold this for me?
Fury, oh my God. No. Oh, there it is. Bob. Rainmaker, oh my God. Cover.
1, 2.
Kick out at 2 by Fury out of it. Oh my God, there it is.
Oh my God. Creepy comments now.
Oh my God, Fury. Oh my God, he just butt kicked the living shit out of him. And going for it again. Another hammerlock DDT landed right on his head. Cover.
1, 2.
And that's it, James Fury. Fury is the new world champion.
Of course.
I take great pleasure in announcing that Mr. James Fury, I need you to come up here because remember that night you beat me for the world title? It's going in the Hall of Fame, bro.
Good.
Yeah.
This caught me off guard.
I know.
What the hell? I'm like Booker T right now. We ain't seen Kevin Nash. What the? Oh my God.
Interfered at
I'm
champion.
speechless.
Go ahead. Tell them how you feel.
All right, James Fury. This is how I feel about this. I didn't expect to get down Hall of Fame match of the year. This company means a lot to me, even if I can't see half of you because I'm half blind and shit right now. And I have to keep my no glasses gimmick on right now. But I'm very happy and I'm very speechless. Like, it means a lot to me, and I wouldn't have been able to accomplish all this without all of you. So I want to thank you guys for being there for me and supporting me throughout all the times. Cause I know I used to be very ass.
You're gonna take that to JT's gym class tomorrow?
Hell yeah.
He's done.
JT,
You're never going to that gym class again. Presenting Superstar of the Year. Please welcome back up to the stage,
Cody Powers.
I'm back again. Yeah, back from the nightclub. All right.
Pulse.
Okay. You beat me to it. I was just about to make one. I was gonna say I was gonna be there. Ooh.
All right, cut that one. Editor. That was discreet at first. That was disgusting.
So, if you fans have been reading the comments and tallying up on your own because you like to do a little extra effort, you know, Bagel. You know who won Superstar of the Year, but before I fully announce it, I'm gonna go into some little backstory about the Superstar of the Year. The first MEBW match I have ever seen was his Mania 2 match against Chris Storm. Spoiler alert, it's a 2-time winner, it's Matt Thunder. We're getting there. Hold on now. And I remember watching that match and going, what the hell is wrong with these two kids? Not 2 hours before, Matt Thunder comes in shirtless to my work with Jack Delta to pick me up to go to Mania, and that was an interesting experience.
Came in kick pads.
He did come in kick pads, and everyone at my work was like, what is wrong with them? And I'm like, I'm gonna go do that with them too. And now I super kick at work, so.
Man, you can't get your leg past your knee, dude.
You're trying to claim where you did a baseball slap.
Hey, somebody had to bring it up. I'll admit it. It was bad. And being able to sit back and watch him go from cutting the drug test promo to what he is now is it's a whole nother level. Hell, for some reason I have this weird thing with watching really old HWW. Watching him lose to Dogman and seeing where he is now is just...
What is Dogman?
Dogman was down at the floor and I was up here. And I had the pleasure of going to Jersey the first time and seeing him against Maximus Roman, which blew my mind again. So, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Thunder, you may be a dickhead, but I'm glad to call you a friend.
And still.
Trust the process.
Trust the process.
Joel Embiid, no pop.
So 2 years in a row.
Just like contracting the case.
Shh, we don't talk about
That's
contracting
true.
the case.
Just like walking out of Backyard Mania's world champion 2 years in a row as well.
Man, I'm chopping his dick off for that one.
Last year I kind of went down the names of everyone who voted for me, but as James Fury would say, I'm a sadistic heel now. So, so I'm not gonna do that. But I think it was 11 or 12 people that voted for me. So thank you. I'm actually kind of happy Chris Storm's not here because he'd probably have a hiss fit right now.
Come on, he turned face.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I did have a pretty amazing year. I kicked Rogue 4's ass.
They kind of deserve
I
it.
retired the Hall of Famer JT.
Hey man.
Oh.
Man, more like lack of pads at practice.
Yeah, so I did a lot this year, and I'm glad to accept this award. Thank you all. I can't wait to see you in 360-something days and accept the third one in a row.
65.
Well, I know that, but it's probably not
66
days.
Yeah. Fucking idiot.
So, yeah, thank you. I'll see you next year for round 3.
Well, this is the part we all came here for. The induction speech. The induction. Hall of Fame induction. Here we are. I want to start off my speech by just reminding everybody that I am the first inductee into the Hall of Fame. Tommy's number 2, so I'm number 1. He's number 2.
It's upside down.
Just want to remind everyone. Yeah, look, M. So you gotta think about it.
Oh, you know he's a genius. I love it.
M from Maybach Music.
It's an M.
I can't wait to get ribbed on Twitter for WWE replica rings.
All right, I am truly humbled to be given the opportunity to induct someone that is more than a brother to me into the MEBW Hall of Fame. I'm sure all of you know the history between me and Tommy. We grew up together.
Yeah.
I did this little wrestling thing that maybe got 100 views if we were lucky. Called ASW, Shoot Era. Cody Powers knows a lot about it.
Yeah, I do.
Watched it with his HWW.
He doesn't have a life.
I know.
He just likes Fight Club. Hey.
That was the way it was for years until a good man named Tommy finally decided to join us. He took what we had and turned it into an organized, weekly episodic, thousands upon thousands of views of video company. People say that if it weren't for me, we wouldn't be here, but I say if it weren't for Tommy, the fans wouldn't be here. MEBW would not be a thing if it weren't for this man. He's the reason HWW combined with us and MEBW became a thing. So, more than me, you guys should thank Tommy. A lot of people may look up here and think that this ceremony could mark the end of something, could possibly mean that the career of another wrestler is coming to an end. I could see how people can look at it as almost a final chapter. But to me, and to everyone else sitting in these seats before me, I can say that this is still only the beginning. We have many more things to look forward to in our lives, both in MEBW and in our personal lives. We still have backyard manias to put on, ceremonies to attend, reunions, graduations, weddings. And Tommy Francis, I say, as Jeremy Tomasek, I'm going to be by your side through it all. Today is your day, brother. Live it up. This is your life. So make the most of it.
Yeah, JT.
Follow that Delta.
Yeah. No,
Maybe you should have had it.
I'm gonna shed some light here because a lot of people, not only fans, probably don't recognize this, but a lot of our wrestlers sometimes forget this. But Tommy has always had our best interest in mind. Everything that he does is for the betterment of all of us. And you might not see it, and you might not believe in him. And I really wish Stormy was here because this is the one I want to really speak to about this. But he's the reason everything is as great as it is. The storytelling, everything that we do. And without him, none of us would be here. None of us would talk to each other. I wouldn't know any of you besides maybe you. But Tommy, through TV and backstage, he is one of my best friends. And I appreciate everything he does for me. And everything he does for all of you.
Tommy Gunn. Let me talk to you about Tommy Gunn. But before I get into that, I'm going to talk about Tommy. Tommy has been my friend for longer than I can remember. He's got me through some of the worst times in my life. He's pulled me out of the deepest, darkest pits of my mind. And I can't repay him. I can try and I can try, but he has saved my life countless of times. So that just tells you about the person that he is. Not as a wrestler, not as a creator, but as a person. He always has the people he cares about's back.
Tommy Gunn, I could sit here and I could talk about, all of your Mania, I think every time so far, but that doesn't really come close, to who you are as a human being. You're a genuine guy. Ever. Congratulations, man. You deserve it, 100%. All right, peace.
Tommy Gunn into the
Congrats, Tommy. I hate this
everybody watching at home. I have met Tommy in real life, and it wasn't on YouTube, but I met Tommy, unfinished business. Came to visit, and all we said was how weird it was that we're all in one place at one time. I know we got a group picture. If they want to put it in, it's up to them. But I know that was an awesome experience meeting Tommy Gunn, and I know he deserved
to be in the MEBW Hall of Fame. Dude, you put the hardest hitting show on YouTube besides EBW, that is.
I think your work is underappreciated. You're great, Tommy. Love you, man.
Hey Tommy, it's Nicole Little. So I'm here to say congratulations on going into
Shut up.
Hall of Fame. You deserve it, dude. But other than that, you are an amazing person outside of MEBW and outside of wrestling. You're always there when somebody needs you, especially me, and I really appreciate that. You're such a great friend, and I cherish our friendship. I'm missing the other half of the little duo, Dustin. He wanted me to tell you that he loves you, and he is very proud of what you've done for yourself, for MEBW, and for Backyard Wrestling. Congratulations. So, yeah, you know, party it up, have fun. No, I won't. Congratulations, I mean, honestly. If anyone in the world deserves to go into the Hall of Fame, it's you. I love you. Dustin loves you. Hell, we all love you. And yeah, so, bye. Congratulations.
You see that cross?
Who's Kevlin?
In high school, you were that round, plumpy boy that was dating my friend Key. And now you're one of my best friends, because ever since that hashtag summer banger, to and I want to see you prosper. I want to see you be great. I want to see you do good things. All right. And if somebody come at you sideways, you best believe I'm gonna be on their head. I'm gonna be on their head like white on rice. I'm gonna be on them like holy on God. You understand me, dog? You understand me? Yeah, you understand me.
What's up, Tommy Gunn? What's up, MEBW fans?
Such a good looking guy.
I know.
Damn, big day.
Who's that? How do you?
I'm finally being inducted into the MEBW Hall of Fame. I'm gonna cover everything I have to say in my actual speech that I'm giving, but I just didn't want to be left out in these little video packages for you, so I thought I'd throw one together real quick and just say congratulations in this fashion. So it's your big day, live it up, man.
Now that I got that out of the way, Tommy Gunn, the wrestler.
Man.
When he started, unbeatable. He was just a dominant force. Since then, he's had his losses, but he's gotten so much better in the ring that he's become one of the best in the backyard. He has something special. He can create. He can think on the spot. He knows what to do in a situation if it's not going his way. So I know that when he does decide to hang up his boots, whenever that may be, that the backyard is always going to remember the name, Tommy Gunn.
Hold on. Wait. Oh no. I'm gonna get so mad right now. Alright everybody, this is the official MEBW 1000 subscriber special. See, sometimes I think that you don't realize what you've done. Your only title defense is against a man who wrestled a 30-minute tag match right before you went on. I mean, come on.
Notes that Tommy Gunn is the second inductee. I've never seen him in my life. You guys are assholes. No, I didn't. You told me this was for something else, you bastard. I don't call you an idiot, but I'm civil. You know, I didn't come out on Monday for a very simple reason. I watched you film before I left to go to therapy. Intensive therapy in a fucking facility. I watched you try to express yourself. We're coming for you! Relief. I mean, I was just emotionally gassed. I was physically hurting, and you know, it's one of those situations where I'd hit the Benadryller, I'd hit the Rainmaker for the second time.
Surprise.
Good ass song, dude. Really good song.
I got it on. Thank you to Crazy L for making that truly inspiring video. One more time. Beautiful package. Beautiful. But more importantly, this is the moment. Tommy Gunn, will you please step up here?
I would like to apologize in advance for the tears of my friends Jack Delta and Tyler Adams. I know that what I wrote will make them cry. Here, you guys can sit down so that's easier for you.
Thank God, dude.
Yeah.
All right, if there's anything like your actions.
Man, alright. Awesome, thank you. Alright. Hey, fuck you. Alright. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming. Today is a very special day for me. It is an incredible honor and privilege to stand in front of you today and to be recognized for my accomplishments in backyard wrestling. Today is a day for us to reflect, to reminisce, to smile, to laugh and to cry, and to ingrain into our hearts and minds some of the best times of our lives. Today I'm privileged to stand in front of you and recall all of the life-changing moments I've experienced in backyard wrestling. My greatest accomplishment to this point in my life, the one thing that if I were to die today, I would be the most proud of, is MEBW Backyard Wrestling. My friends, this wonderful project that we all work on started as a pipe dream in a gym class in the spring of 2017. For it was there that I met a gentleman named Anthony Austin.
Oh. Military gimmick.
He then introduced me to a man. That was so good.
Maybe that's not his.
It was there. He then introduced me to a man that I have had the great honor and pleasure of working with over the last 2.5 years, and someone that when the camera turns off and the lights go down, is someone that I consider to be one of my dearest friends, Tyler Adams. With their help, and with the help of one of my longtime friends, JT, we created EBW Backyard Wrestling. It was there that for the first time I got to experience writing and producing a show. For the first time I got to produce wrestling and to understand it deeper than what it actually was. My roots, however, are unique to the group of gentlemen that I began with. They all grew up drawing their inspiration from ESW Backyard Wrestling. Man. I'd never heard of ESW, and when I saw it, I was terrified. My only inspiration was KBW, and I never watched it regularly, and really I didn't watch it often. I would catch a video from time to time, or I'd watch 5 of them in one night and not think of it for months. But I did love it. I loved it because it wasn't typical wrestling. It wasn't what you turn on Monday, or when I was growing up, Friday. It wasn't drawn up or intended to be something you'd see at an indie show, and it was far from WWE. The production value was different. The in-ring style was different. It was intentionally different. It was a different take on something seemingly cut and dry, universal in nature, yet it opened my eyes to creativity and the true lack of parody in the wrestling world, which wasn't prevalent 5 years ago. The purpose was never to be trained or to be professional wrestlers, except for Fuego del Sol. It demonstrated a route for people like you and I to say, I love wrestling, but I'm never going to be a professional wrestler. I simply don't have what it takes, or I don't desire it, but here's my heart, body, and soul poured into one medium. Here's how I can show you my love for wrestling in a simple way. I believe that all of us here are doing that right now, and that vision started for me in EBW. Now, there are many people I want to thank and to address personally. I'm going to attempt to use people's real names, so obviously I want to try and keep their gimmicks a secret because I'm going to say nice things about bad people. I'd like to thank everyone for their kind words they sent in the video, and for all the fans who have supported me throughout my career. You are all incredible. Without your support, I would never have achieved a fraction of my accomplishments over the last 2.5 years. I'd especially like to recognize Scott. Scotty, your love for wrestling and the joy you get from our product gives me life. You are beloved to me and everyone here in MEBW, and I think I speak for all of us when I say that. Scotty Chris, yeah.
Bingle.
Oh, man, just defeated the purpose of me calling him Scott, but all right, thank you. First, I would like to thank Big Kyle. About 4 or 5 years ago, we were sitting in 11th grade English class while you were a senior in high school. And I never would have thought in a million years that later in our lives, our paths would cross again, and especially not in a backyard wrestling company. Next, to other Kyle, one of my dearest friends, biggest supporters, and biggest fans. Being your mentor over the last year has been a privilege unlike any other achievement I have attained. Thank you for listening when I talk, understanding what I teach, and standing up for what you believe in. You may not be the most confident person, and you may not have everything given to you. But you should be empowered to believe and understand that you will always give everything you have. At the end of the day, you push all your chips to the middle of the table. With that effort and with your relentless passion, you have something that no one in this business or in life will ever be able to take away from you. As the sun sets on my career, Kyle, so shall the sun rise upon yours. Someday soon, you too will be immortal. I have to look down when I give this speech now, because I can't watch people cry. All right. To Joey, I remember when you were a little kid growing up around the corner. Who would have ever guessed that you and I would someday meet again in this capacity? We live around the block from one another, yet we came upon backyard wrestling in 2 completely different ways. I believe that with hard work, dedication, and a willingness to learn, you can achieve anything you wish to achieve in backyard wrestling. Stay humble, keep working hard, and stay true to yourself. Take guidance as an honor and allow people to mold you and craft you like clay. To James and Nick, highs and lows, ups and downs, no matter what, I still do, and I will forever believe in both of you. You will have to learn how to take criticism, and you will have to learn how to get better. You'll have to put your egos aside and put your dreams on hold. Because if you truly want to get better, if you rid yourself of any preconceived notions and predetermined beliefs, I realize that that might be too big of a word. If you rid yourself of any I'm just going to say it like that, preconceived notions or predetermined beliefs, someone can explain that. If you allow yourself to be molded, you will be just as successful as the people you idolize in this company. I believe that whatever you want to do in this life or the next, you can and will do it. I believe that in order to achieve everything you want to do, You just have to learn how to do things the right way. How to act, how to talk, how to work hard, how to be a part of a team. If you do these things, you will be successful. I'm so proud of you and what you've accomplished already. And as long as you both accept this and put in the work, you humble yourselves, you will be fulfilled with success for the rest of your career. To Trevor, I wish you would come to tapings more and stop playing so much goddamn Fortnite. But you're a good kid.
That's just gimmick.
You have a good head on your shoulders and you come from a damn good family. I'm proud of you no matter what, and I want you to keep working hard and giving effort. All we've ever wanted for you is to keep giving effort to reward you with something great someday. To Second Joe, what an incredible journey you've been on, from fan to friend. I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited to see what your future holds. Remember your role and don't get ahead of yourself. Rejoice in the joy of being a part of something so special. You have tons of time which should be learning and improving. Don't come in and feel like you need to be elite on day one. Sometimes our patience is the highway to our dreams. You're a young lion. Learn what it means. Embrace it. Once your training is done, you have the potential to be so, so special. Stephen and Cullen, who couldn't be here today, the true mysteries of life are religion, the Egyptian pyramids, Santa Claus, and how the hell you two ended up as best friends.
God, Father, forgive me.
Thank you for being a part of our family, and stay true to your training and continue to improve if you ever show up. Ooh. To Austin, who I wish could have been here today, thank you. Thank you for listening to my ideas that I'm sure you could care less to hear or disagreed with. Thank you for showing up every taping, even when you had to watch your brother all day, even when you didn't want to be there, even when there were a million places in the world you would rather be. Thank you for committing to something you love and believe in. Your hard work, your dedication, and your passion are 3 things I will forever be indebted to you for. You've given more than I give you credit for. Thank you for allowing me to mentor you for a year. Thank you for being a phenomenal tag partner and an even better rival. And a good friend. I know, just like everyone here knows, that you'll be so successful someday. Sooner than anyone here could ever imagine. And even more than you already are. The fans watching at home love you, and I do too. To Dakota. I miss you, my dear friend. Selfishly, I must admit you are always one of my favorites, and I feel responsible for the way your time ended. I wish we could have run things better. I wish life didn't have to go on. You're incredibly talented and a true gentleman, and although you may have left in a way that hurt us all, I still love and respect you. I cherish the time we spent together. Thank you for hanging on through everything seemingly for me. I'll never forget your contributions to my career and to MEBW as a whole. To Anthony, who for good reason is not here. Although we fell out and although we did not see eye to eye, thank you for being super aggressive in reaching out to HWW. Without this action by you, I would not have met the best friends I've ever had. And I wouldn't be creating these memories. Although it didn't work out for you, and I'm sorry for that, I hope that you find joy, peace, and happiness in this life and the next. To Adam. You'll never be able to comprehend the amount of love I have for you, in the least homo way ever. We share battles, we have coinciding feelings, we understand each other's pain and suffering. We comprehend the why and the how. With hard work comes great success, and you, more than anyone else, embody that statement. From the beginning it was you and I, rivals, friends, and rivals again. Being able to main event Backyard Mania with you is my greatest privilege. I wouldn't have had it any other way. You're one of the best friends I've had in my entire life. You're one of the most genuine, emotional, passionate people I have ever met, and I hope that we are friends for life. To Zach, when I've been at my lowest, you have stood next to me side by side like brothers in arms preparing for battle, and you had no business doing it. You haven't seen what I've seen. Sometimes I forget you're 4 years younger than me. You're the hardest working entity in backyard wrestling, and you've been rewarded for it by becoming the best backyard wrestler active today. You're a gentleman, you're talented, and if my wedding was tomorrow, you'd still be my best man. We've seen so much together in such a short time, and I will always cherish it. Thank you for listening to me right and not being afraid to tell me when it isn't good, and having the selflessness to allow me to take the reins. Without you, MEBW is not what it is right now, not even close. Tomorrow we will do something I've only ever dreamed of doing. With God as my witness, no matter what, I love you, I care for you, and I will always be here for you. To Jeremy, my dear brother, oh how far we've come. Without your courage as a child creating ASW almost 10 years ago, I would not have had the courage to say, I want to backyard wrestle. Without your passion for backyard wrestling, I would not share that passion. It was my great privilege to create the MEBW Hall of Fame and to make you its first member. You deserved it more than anyone else. You worked so hard for so long. You dreamed about 1,000 subscribers. That was the pinnacle for you, your ultimate goal. And we have shattered that as a family. You are my role model. Although you're younger than me, and even though I'm certain I've seen more than you, I look up to you, and I'm so thankful that you're my friend on and off the screen. Wrestling you is one of the best times I've ever had in my life. And on the record, I forgive you for breaking my nose in the main event of Backyard Mania 1. My friends, as we leave here today, we are reminded that MEBW is not just a YouTube channel or a wrestling company. MEBW is a family, a brotherhood. It is not confined to those in attendance today and those within these walls. MEBW is a family that spreads across nations and peoples across an entire globe. We are the people who bring together those who share our passion and love for wrestling. I believe that ought to continue. My friends, I leave you with this. I am always here for you. I will always support you. Remember that you are loved. I believe in each and every one of you. I am not a stranger and I'm not going anywhere. MEBW is my life, my family, and my home. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. This is the greatest honor I will ever be given in this life or in the next life. Thank you.
This was some good shit.
Such good shit.
Such shit.
Baby. I was fucking
Yeah. Can you hand me the phone? Give me the phone.
This bandit.
Hey, buddy. Hey, Okada. Hey, man. How are you?
Omega.
Hey, as James Fury would say, you turned face yesterday. I'm glad you could. I'm glad you could at least hear that. All right. I'll see you soon. Okay? Love you.
Love you. You're better.
Now give me that goddamn shitty company ring. Give me that WWE. Yeah. That's right.
Oh, where we gonna fit it?
How'd y'all even get that?
It's called www.shop.com.
Kiwi. I'll kill you tomorrow.
Alright, and we got post-production pictures.
Kiwi, get closer, bro.
Hey.
Get in there. Oh.
If it ain't the Shield
It's
doing
the
it,
Avengers,
no
damn it.
If I don't see Roman doing it, no problem.
You put it upside down so that it's an M.
No, I'm not a fag.
I'm smart like that. Tommy's not smart like that.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.